Hey, so today I'm going to be doing a video showing you how to fill in your eyebrows. To me, it's super simple and easy, but I've also been filling in my eyebrows for years. So if you've been looking to start learning how to fill in your eyebrows and you just don't know like where to begin or how to do it, I hope that this video is super helpful for you. Okay, so to fill in my eyebrows, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade in chocolate. You can really use whatever you want. There's multiple different items you can use. There's eyebrow pencils, eyebrow just gels, and then there's pomades like this. And it's really a personal preference. When I first started, I used pencils because that's honestly the easiest thing. You just have to pretty much draw them on. This you use a pencil with and you fill them in with this tip, and then you have this spoolie on the end, which is always really helpful, and most eyebrow pencils come with one. Like, this is the one that I've used for years. This is the NYX microbrow. I use the shade Brunette, and it's super easy to begin with because, I don't know if you can tell, the tip is just like really thin and easy to use, and then it comes with a spoolie on the end. And I still even use this to get the end of my eyebrow if my pomade's not working, because I need to get a new pomade because mine's drying out. This is like what it looks like, and you just, take some on the brush, and mine's drying out, so I need to take kind of a lot. And then on the edge, I just kind of scrape off the excess because you don't want to go in with a heavy hand. You just want to start with a small amount, and then I'm going to do it in this mirror right here, so hope you can see. Okay, so then you start with the ends, and you just kind of do like small strokes, and starting with the end makes it so that the product is heavier at the end, and then you'll go, once you get most of the product off of the wand, you'll go to the front and start filling that in, because you kind of want it to fade. You don't want the front to be super dark and heavy, whereas you want the edges to be darker. So then I'm taking more product, and I'm just kind of building it up and following the shape of my eyebrow. You're always going to want to start by brushing them to just get all the hairs going in the same direction. And then, keep dragging this out to the edges. And then get the arc. And you can just pretty much fill them into your liking, so it doesn't have to be the exact shape of your eyebrow, but you want to make sure you go over all the hair. So if you want to make them a little bit bigger than they actually are, because you don't want to be able to see the hair outside of the pomade, because then it just looks like fake. So then I'm taking more product, making sure I get everything how I want it, and then with that, I have barely any product on my brush, and I'm bringing that up to the front, and then I'm putting my brush upward and just doing small strokes like this. And that way you can see it's a little bit lighter in the front of it, and then it gets darker as you go out. And then I'm just going to kind of brush through it to disperse it evenly. And then I'm going to keep getting the edge because it's not how I like it. And then if you just get any outside, you can kind of just use your finger. That's the nice thing about the pomade, and just kind of do that. There. So there's that eyebrow. I don't have a lot of makeup on today, so I'm not going to do anything too heavy. And then if you want, since mine is drying out, I use my eyebrow pencil still to get the ends, because this you can put on a little heavier. And I use this to get the ends how I want them. that just made it a little bit more defined. Okay, so there's that eyebrow. And then I'm going to do the other eyebrow. So, you know, this is like my regular eyebrow. It has pretty much the same shape. This is my bad eyebrow, so it's always harder to do. So they have pretty much the same shape. I don't do much about the shape. I just am filling them in and making them look a little bit better. Now, some people who have lighter eyebrows can pretty much just draw on however they want. But since my eyebrows are so dark, I can't really do that because you can see my eyebrow hairs, how I draw them on. So you're going to want to start by brushing through it. And then I always start at the arc and at the top and kind of draw the outline of how I want it to be. So like I just did the top and how I want it to be up there. And yeah, I recommend starting, if you're just starting, like a beginner at filling in your eyebrows, I recommend using an eyebrow pencil because that's a lot easier to manipulate with your hand and just get the effect you want. But once you get the hang of that, you could probably switch to an eyebrow pomade. Some people don't really like pomades. It's really all a personal preference. And if you just want like a little bit of color to your eyebrows, you can use a eyebrow gel, and that just like comes in like a tube, like a mascara with like a wand like this, and you just dip it in there, and then it's just like brown gel, and you just kind of comb through your eyebrows, and it just gives some life to your eyebrows. So there's a lot of different options that you can use depending on what you want. Okay, so now I have barely any product, so I'm gonna fill in the front and upward strokes just like on the other one. This isn't my good eyebrow, so it takes a little bit longer. And you always just want to keep outlining like the bottom to give it shape. And I'm going to do the same thing because I'm pretty much done with this eyebrow, and I'm going to take my eyebrow pencil and just kind of get the ends how I want it. And this, I'm only doing this because my pomade is pretty dry. It's like dried out. I need to buy a new one. I just don't want to. Normally I don't do this. So that's about everything I do to them. If I want them to be more prominent, I'll add some concealer just like at the bottom of them and just kind of blend it out just to lighten up underneath them and make them pop out more. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this and I hope it was helpful. Thank you.